Just a second. You're live. Are we good to go? Okay, great.
Um, yes,
Hello,
Bilal, you can
everyone.
say
Welcome to
not
the.
only. Mm,
Yes. So you were saying that?
Are we good now? Am I audible?
Are we live? Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
Okay,
Yeah, you are audible.
okay.
Are we live? Okay, great. Let's just do. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of Trangwood Talks. I hope everyone is doing great. So, today I have joined by the most experienced person in the AI industry. She has been working for more than 20 years in AI, in cloud engineering, and other sort of generative projects. She is Sarah Chaudhary. And thank you, Sarah, for joining us.
Thank you, Bilal. Thanks for introduction. And yes, my name is Sarah, and I have spent over 20 years tackling some of the very coolest challenges in tech. Mainly, my focus is currently is how to make AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning work for us in real life. My background is in data science, data engineering, where we have built a lot of systems that not only collected the information, but also makes sense to it to help businesses grow and stay secure. I work in companies. My main background is from consulting. I work with EY and at Accenture and different other big 500 Fortune company as well. And my teams have been tackling big ideas from drawings a board to real world use, making sure that businesses can use the data to its full potential. I have led several projects that made our data tools smarter so companies do not just see the numbers, but they also can see the story that helps them make smart choices. Right now, with ICE innovations, we are putting all this into a practical or practice within our app ICE Ride, which is going to be launched by quarter 4 this year. It's about using tech to make everyday things like catching a ride simple, safer, and tailor to you your choices. That's the future where I'm working together and with my team, and also towards the tech that's most powerful, but also makes your life easier for everyone. So yeah, I'm excited to see where we can go with AI and ML together. And yeah, that's all about me.
That's great. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. I heard that you have also holds a PhD degree in data science, but I just
Yes.
want to know, like, how did you started all of these things? Like, what was the starting
Mhm.
point of your career, and how did you get interested in the AI?
So as for my background, I work in data, and I'm a one of kind of a curious person who want to understand what is the background. If you give me a something a project, first of all, I want to see what is the background of the specific projects. I want to learn from tiny to big details as well to see how these things work. So AI actually a focused came from this data. Let's much you make your hand dirty in the data, you get more kind of like analysis, more features to better understanding and bring more business to the tech industry, to the business as well. So AI is something where we I have a vision for automation. I want to make life easier. If you are spending 3 hours for a specific task, if AI or if any other technology of any automation of even the robotics, even any kind of any other stuff, make your life easier and make this task in 5 minutes, I think that would be a great deal for our, how we are passing our time. So this is what make me more kind of like curious, go into learning and research. So PhD purpose for that to go into research with different industries and put my hands some beta versions with different companies, and I can understand how this AI can implement in the real time cases with different big industries.
Right. So, where did you start your career in the AI? Like, you have
Mhm.
completed your bachelor's? From before the
Yes.
bachelor's, you were like interested in this field?
So I'm originally from Pakistan. I did my bachelor's from there and master's from USA. I did NC State University and did my MBA from Phoenix University. And then after that, I realized that this is not the path that I kind of like created before I started this. But how I move forward with my work and with the studies and the with teachers recommendation and everything, I find myself that if I go into this specific domain, that will match more with my interest. And also because I have very good analysis skills naturally, and then I think that's get together with this, my journey is really good.
Right. That's really awesome. We also have a lot of students joining us in this
Mhm.
webinar. So, what would you recommend would be a like starting point for them? Like, if they want to be in the AI industry or they want to start off with the ML, should they like
Mhm.
what kind of courses they can do? Like, if they do not know how to program in certain languages, like
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Yeah, so for all the students, first of all, whenever when I was just starting out, AI felt to me like a puzzle that I need to solve. It's all began with some college projects where we had to program a robot to navigate a maze, and the challenge was making the robot learn from its mistake. And that experience, the trial and error, the tweaks I go from that is actually, and the failures as well, that the ultimate access. It hooked me up with that. And from there, I knew it was like my calling because the thing is that for my, I would always give everyone this suggestion: please stay consistent. If you are getting failed, it's totally fine, because this is the failure you learn. I will give you a very small example. I had a friend, we start learning horse riding, and she started horse riding, and for somehow she was get better to me. She completed her program within 2 months, where I took it 3 months, and I fell several times. I made a lot of mistakes. That's why but when it was time of some kind of like local competition, I won. And the reason is that, and she was much better than me. She won many competitions as well. But the reason that I learned from my failure, she didn't get opportunity to get those failures and learn from the mistakes. And one of the thing, don't be hopeless, stay consistent. And failure is a positive thing, it's not a negative. If you get failure, you're very lucky, you learn something new. So learn, start from Python. It's one of the basic language you should learn. Try to create your own functions. There is a lot of helps now. You see Meta AI, they just launched, is a powerful tool as well. Earlier when it was my time, we spend 2 to 3 hours to debug a code to understand, but now you have a much better word. So explore it, make things more better, and use technology. Don't say, okay, this is new technology, we don't want to use, we want to use, spend our own time, our own brain, and not to this chat gpt or meta ai or something like that. It's for your help, it's for advancement. So adopt the technology, stay consistent, and learn from your mistake, and keep working on the trial error tweaks. This is the main thing that from you the ultimate success come from.
That's really awesome. I think everyone has learned that you have to try, and then you have.
Exactly.
This is the only way to get the success. Well, that's
Definitely.
great. That's great from this from students' perspective. So, what do you think? How AI is revolutionizing our industry? If we talk about
Mhm.
healthcare, if we talk about fintech, how do you think like it's evolving itself? Like after this boom of AI?
So I work in the healthcare industry as well, and I find out like AI is kind of like a biggest guardian. It helps diagnose diseases from scans with accuracy, with the help of course, expert radiologist. Let's say we used to, we used to have kind of like a technology where we diagnose cancer after when you start building a lot in your body. But with ai, it helps us diagnoses that pre very like instantly about if you start having this kind of, even if you don't have symptoms, it can take you, scan everything on your body just in a simple language, and it can diagnose your disease before it start hitting your main organs. So this is a one of the really transforming thing in healthcare. In finance, ai acts like as a, you can say, crystal ball. You can analyze market patterns to predict stock trends. And if you go into transportation, where I am working, the mastermind behind self-driving cars, what is that? Is ai. Is learn to navigate roads with the skill of an experienced driver. And also based on that, your preferences, it changes your temperature of the car. For example, if you want to keep the temperature on the 70 Fahrenheit or something, it will keep it like that. So these are all the stuff that AI learn it. So AI is more kind of like is an action, is analyze your preferences and it keep learning. It's not kind of like a your traditional computing, which follow the predefined instructions, but AI is more like a child brain which learn and getting better with the examples.
Right, that's really awesome. I believe that there are a lot of new things that we are going to see in the future, which will be helping
Mhm.
different industries. So people are a little bit confused who are not aware of the power with the power of AI. They are
Mhm.
like a little bit confused about some ethical considerations which are binded to this field. So, what do you think as an AI developer on or any sort of an AI development company? Like, what are the
Mhm.
ethical considerations that we should keep in mind to make sure that no one get hurt?
Yeah, AI I think is one of very crucial conversation. It's all about ensuring that AI treats everyone fairly. There's no bias on there, just like a judge who must be impartial, right? We want to make sure that AI does not inherit our biases, and also that's a big task. For instance, if we are, for example, I give you an example of my own company, then Ice Innovation, we constantly examining and testing our AI algorithm to make sure they don't discriminate and they also respect the user privacy. So one of the things is that respecting their user privacy, do not spread out or sell their data. If you are using their preferences, only use for the user is a user's perspective, not to spread it everywhere else. So and then do not sell the data and make sure that we do not inherit kind of like background or all this stuff. So this is a one of really very crucial thing that we everyone should be in that, and make sure whenever we write the algorithms or for the developer standpoints, for make sure that we act like a kind of like non-biased person, and it's kind of like a big responsibility.
Right. So, talking about some misconceptions about AI.
Mhm.
So, do you think like people are thinking right now that AI gonna take over on our jobs and we will be jobless in the futures? Like, what do you think about that? And do you think people
Mhm.
also need to evolve themselves as well as the AI is evolving?
So there is so many future advancement in the AI. So it's not like they are going to take your jobs. You remember when software came up in here, we had a file system, we write everything. And when software came, the people say, okay, we are going to lose, everyone going to lose their job and software will take over. But you saw that how much tech industry evolved after that. So we brought the new kind of a jobs. So future is very bright with AI. Imagining you have a personal AI assistant that knows you as well as your close friend. It help you how to manage your schedules, preferences. It tells you what calendar time is that, and also create new scheduling tool for you to make sure that you're in touch with all your clients and it doesn't override or something like that. It's more kind of like touch with human like understanding. But it's same like an AI in medicine, it can customize treatments just for your unique genetic makeup. But the thing is that behind the scene of this all, who is going to be involved, who is going to train this AI? Of course humans. So we have a new task, we have a new jobs in the AI, but it's not it's making actually your life much easier to do a lot of tasks that we used to do. So yeah, it's not gonna steal the jobs, but it can recreate it.
Right. So what about the factory workers? Like mainly the factory workers are really concerned that the robots
Mhm.
gonna take our own job. Like
Yeah.
we are just like there are certain jobs like which robots do really efficiently and with
Mhm.
high accuracy as compared to a human. So what do
Yeah.
you think about that?
So a lot of people, you're right, think AI is about robots taking our jobs, and that's not the whole story. It's kind of like if you debunk it, AI is a tool like a hammer or a paintbrush. It's about enhancing the human ability. Hammer not going to work by itself, and a paintbrush not gonna paint the drawing without having your interference. So it's replacing it. It's in our projects. What we see, AI has helped a lot of people to do their job better, not push them out. For instance, with our AI, bank employees can detect fraud in seconds. something that used to take hours, investigations, and all this stuff. So this is the what all about, AI is not going to be take the job, but it's actually the future of the jobs. For example, let's say I will give you example. When the car was invented, right, it put carriage drivers out of work, but look at the new jobs is created: mechanics, designers, road builders. So AI is like that. If it's not about the job loss, it's about the transformation. It work with healthcare provider, and it not going to replace the doctors. It gives them instant access to latest research and also help them out to treat the patient better.
Right. That's really great. I think that's the most important question that everyone had in their mind.
Mhm.
So let me ask. I'll be taking questions from the comments section from now. So basically, Mariam has asked, what do you think? What is the vision of 2040 of AI? Like, if we
Mhm.
talk about in the sense of AI, what do you think? Like, what expected advancement are going to be there?
So let's say by 2040, I see AI as a kind of like an invisible, but also it's not invisible. Like if you talk about the software industry now and in 10 years back, it kind of like a lot of big impact that line, but invisible in the sense everybody will be more adaptable to it. It kind of like indispensable thread that you weave in your fabric of our lives. It will be in our homes, making sure we are comfortable and secure in our workplaces, and it also amplify our abilities and even in the environment as well, helping us live more sustainable. And my vision is that AI becomes a force for good, and AI that help us tackle some of the world's biggest challenges.
Right. I, that's great. Okay, let me take in another question. Okay, so Junaid has asked us. So, like, what do you think on such events like recently we found out that Devin is going to be an AI software engineer and which will be taking on jobs, and later on we found out that it's not working properly, and it was just a myth. By some such a huge companies claiming these kind of software, and then we found out that it was just nothing, and it was just simply like it was a simple software which was like fetching different repositories from GitHub. So events like these are have been occurred in the past 2 weeks. So what do you think about these kind of stuff?
So what I understand is like is more kind of like implementing the I can see the comments. So implementing the automation in the software industry. I'm just
So,
confirming it. Okay. Hmm?
sorry, we just got disconnected. Can you like repeat what were you saying?
Yeah, so this question is more kind of like automations, like how can we, for example, if the GitHub we have its latest repository over there, we have all our code, code flows over there, and we want to make sure it's kind of like more privacy issue, and also if can access it, and let's say our client don't want to move forward with that or something like that, so how can we enhance our software marketing and the automations? So there is always tools, and also there is always possibility to fight to and here comes is more kind of like I heard that a lot, where we get some kind of a negotiation with the, let's say, software builder, and then after 2 weeks or 2 months they say okay, we don't want because we get a better or smarter version of the same solution. So I think if you make sure the initial needs of our clients to understand what exactly they want, signs everything. So this is what I understand is like more kind of like secure understanding of your version of what you are going to deliver and ask. So for example, if we had a project where we had to create some smart robots. We combine AI with robotics. We get robots not only to do the task but learn to make decisions. But after a couple of months, there got a competitor who get this better. So we learn from this kind of a lesson and make sure that we implement the latest technology. So keep yourself smart with the latest technology and keep learning it. This is a one of the good advice for this kind of a situation.
Right, that's really great. So basically, I'm just gonna take another question around. Oh, yeah, right. So Asif has asked us like how we can ensure our privacy and security of our personal data, like how we can be sure like that our data is not gonna be thefted or anything like that. Like how we can ensure our personal security.
Yes, so we have many tools right now. Let's say if we are using LLM, right? LLM models to train our data. So there is so many methodologies how you create your LLM models. If you create in a sense with where we make sure that privacy of the users it doesn't leak, encryption is one of the things. If you are using different technology, for example, if you're using AWS, they have their own security package. Azure come with their own FFA and very very strong AD functionalities which cover all your data and everything. Same like that, we had different other stuff as well. Let's say there is a lot of tools which you can implement on your AI models so it won't get leaked. One of the biggest concern people don't understand is that if you have a data it going to be leaked. This is a one of a big stereotype I always heard whenever I negotiate with my clients. Okay, this is one once we're going to do in AI especially. So the only thing is that whenever you create a language models, there is a always issue somebody will attack that streamline and then inject with the false information. So in that case, make sure your LLM is encrypted, all the information, especially user information, understand the sensitivity of the data. Data governance plays a biggest role in here. You make sure you have a semantic layer all over your data of the security perspective, who can access the data and who has the right rules and privacies related rules that they can access the data and also do the encryption, data masking, this kind of stuff.
Right. I hope that's answer Asif's question. Let me just take another one. So Masfa is asking how AI can help me in marketing, and like does as a layman, does machine learning can help her in her marketing campaigns?
Definitely, it does. Actually, it helps me a lot, and I did a lot of marketing campaigns. So, how to is get it better is more kind of like data analytics. We see, let's say, I will give you a very simple example. Let's see, you Bilal, you put a post at 5 a.m. in the morning, and next day you put a post on your Instagram at 6 p.m. for your business, right? And next day you check every day that at 3 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesday it gets a lot of likes, and you can use that data that what time would be best for you to post that specific what time is best for to post on your Instagram channel. This is the time where you can do get access to more of the people, so it will give you a kind of a big audience to see and broad audience to see your what exactly you want to say. So this is a one of the example that marketing you can use the data, do the analytics, what time is the best, what time zone is that, what kind of content people like. And then AI also had this kind of a lot of tools we have. It can make your content more kind of like a engaged style. If you want to keep it engaged style informative, or you want to keep your content something kind of like exciting, so it has that kind of a I have a several tools that I work with where it totally transform my content into some kind of like exciting if I want to do that. So definitely it plays a lot with marketing.
Right. Great. So let me just take another one. So, okay. So, someone on LinkedIn has asked, like, can you share any success stories or case studies where EY has helped any business leveraging AI to achieve significant results?
Okay. Not specific, yeah, I would say by the EY perspective, but I can say a kind of like a challenging project. So yeah, one time at my client, we have tackled a project for the retail client. They had mass of the data, like, and we didn't have any clue what to do with that. And our task to implement a specific set of AI system to forecast their internal stock levels before it goes into the set, and also the automatic the reordering. So the challenge was over there, the data was messy, scattered across the different systems. We spent a lot of time, nights and weekends, coding, cleaning the data, training the algorithms, but the end result was breakthrough. It comes when our AI finally predicted the stock depletion and also accurately within 2 months ahead, and saving the clients millions in lost sales. It was a defining moment. So yeah, that's one of the project we have done with implementing the AI.
And I believe after that project, your feeling was on another level. And
Yes, not only at the level that one, but also we got further enhancement of the project from the client because he was very happy.
great, that's
Yeah.
great. So basically, someone has asked, like, there are a lot of AI startups right now. Which one
Mhm,
is your favorite? Like, we also have some Claude, also have
mhm,
ChatGPT, we also have some really video generation tools. So, what do you
mhm.
think? Which one is the best right now?
Yes, there are a lot. I actually more very excited for. It's a big name, definitely Meta AI, and also Sora. Sora is one of very exciting project. It's kind of like a breakthrough within all the systems that's going on right now. You say it, and it will create a very realistic video. So this is not. This is more kind of like they are testing it. It's not open for everyone. So I'm so excited. So it come out, or I get an opportunity to test it over there, some kind of algorithms, and then we can bring it for everyone as well sooner the possible. So this is one of the exciting thing, and there is a lot of there's a not a startup. OpenAI is definitely a big name now, but there is lot of startups that are especially ethical perspective. For example, I came out to one of my very good friend who is implementing a AI kind of like ethical within the human resource. For example, if you want to parse the resumes of people and unbiased, so the AI system can automatically, based on where from you study, what your experience is, and how you writing, understanding from that, it will give you points to if you are perfect for this specific job or not. This kind of assistance, there's a lot of startup that will help HR and also help people to get the better job, and also basically tell you, for example, if Bilal, you put your resume over there and you want to go into AI because it just excites you, but if from your resume AI learned that probably you will be very good in doing the engineering on the cloud because you have that experience a lot, try to more into that and slowly start learning into AI. So it can give you a kind of recommendations as well. So yeah, there's a lot of exciting projects going on.
Right, that's great, and no doubt, like AI is helping right now to increase the ATS score. It's really
Mhm.
helping people to create the resume that the ATS system can detect. So I will be just ending this our webinar with the last question from LinkedIn. Someone has asked, can AI truly be creative, or is it limited to the mimicking the patterns from the existing data? Like he's asking, can AI generate from itself, or it's just gonna detect pattern from the data which has been fed into it?
So there are two type of AI. One is the AI gen, where we are continuously working right now as an industrialist, but there is a generative AI. From there, it basically create the data based on that. I will give you a short example. For example, there is a AI simple and there is a generative AI. To AI system, if you give them a picture of cats and dogs and tell them to separate the cats, so it will just separate the cats. But to generative AI, you will give the picture of cats, dogs, and all the animals and ask that to create a new cat version. So based on that, it will create a cartoonish, or what exactly you define it, a new version of cat that doesn't exist. So that's the difference, generative AI and the AI. So definitely it can create from scratch something. It will helps a lot with architecture industries, where people build a new architects and all the stuff in the buildings to create a new kind of like a generative whole over architecture. So yeah, there's a both possibilities.
Okay, great. So now we will be ending our webinar. Just want to thank you, Sarah, for giving us the time. It was a pleasure meeting you. I hope everyone had a lot of questions. We had I think more than 100 questions right now. Obviously, we can't cater them all. So people are really curious about knowing about what's going in AI right now. So You guys can read some articles which Sarah has written, I believe, or anything which you want to add, Sarah, in the end.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I do write the articles as well. And also, I would again say that be consistent what you want to do, be curious, and try to, if you have any question, try to find out research on your own, and also work with, network a lot with the other professions like you, and help the businesses together with all other businesses same like you. There's no competition in business. Together, we can make this world kind of like more better if we work together. So, yes, it's really nice to talk to you, Bilal, and thank you for giving me opportunity. And really very happy to see all the comments. They are full of curiosity and also, a lot of very responsible questions. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for joining us. So stay tuned, and we will be informing you guys about the second episode. We will be continuing this series with some other professional as well. So thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us tonight. And stay safe, stay humble. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sarah. Bye.